Good morning, YouTube friends. Are you coming in, Ginge? Come on. Wait a minute, what are you gonna do? We are going to cut some fourth cutting alfalfa today. I'm gonna unhook the baler from the big track. I'm just gonna do cutting this alfalfa, and so I'm not gonna include a lot of footage of that. You guys have seen me cut this field several times. I'm sure it probably gets boring for you guys watching the same thing over and over. So I'm just going to include a little amount of that, and then we're gonna go pull some soil samples from a couple fields that I'm gonna be planting. So come along for the ride, and let's get to work. All right, guys, I got the 326 unhooked from the tractor. One thing I got left to do is to get the rope off the tractor before I pull out. We'll see if I can keep from forgetting that. I remembered the rope. Ready to get the disc line hooked up and lay some hay down. All right, guys, we'll do this the easy way since I only got one hand and if I have to hold the camera. So let's see here. All right, guys, we're all hooked up. Whenever it's pinned up, it doesn't move much, but right now I'm gonna raise it up and you'll get to see that header pull back. See that header move? The conditioner hadn't even went up yet. I'll let it down here. See how much that moves? So you can't really see that under normal operating conditions because usually the whole machine's going down at the same time. But since I have the locks in it right now, you can see it better. I just wanted to show that. But I'm going to take the locks out and I'm gonna actually pin that back up a little bit higher. guys, this may be the last hay of the year. My dad went to get our seed this morning, and he's already taken soil samples at his place. He's going to drop my seed off here. He's going to pick up my soil samples and drop them off at the analysis place. But we're going to pull some soil samples right now. Let's go. This is a little over 5 acres, so there's not going to be any grid sampling. I'm going to send one sample off for this entire field. However, I'm not going to take it from one spot. What I'm going to do is, I've got a bucket here, and got my little baggies. This is where I'm putting it in for now. Dad's actually got the sample bags with him, but I wanted to go ahead and get it pulled so he wouldn't have to wait for me to pull the samples. So I got my baggies labeled. I've got a bucket. What I'm going to do is, so I'll take a sample over here and one over here, and I'll take one right out here and one right down there. Basically 4 samples, like a square, right out in this field. And what I'm going to do is, each spot I'm going to take a sample. What I do is I dig down 6 inches. Whenever they do an analysis, generally they figure, like whenever they tell you how many pounds of phosphorus you have per acre, they figure that on a 6-inch sample, because they base the amount of soil over a 42,500 square feet by 6 inches deep. That's the amount of soil that they're looking at when they give you that number. So you want to try to keep that 6 inches. So what I do is I'll scrape all the debris from the top, dig down 6 inches, take a sample, I put it in the bucket. I do that at each 4 spots. Then I mix it up in the bucket, and then I take the sample out of the bucket and put it in the bag. So it's a mix from each area, each spot on the field, for one sample in the field. Now, if I have a bigger field, I will send multiple samples, but for these smaller fields, you're not really going to change rates. I know, if there's a ridge that doesn't grow as well, I know that that's probably low, and if I have some extra, I'll put it on there. But so you don't need to get super crazy with how you do it, especially for small time operations. Now, if you're larger and you have GPS and you're doing variable fertilization rates, then you get into that stuff. But for what I'm doing, that's all extra expense that provides no return. So I don't do it. Oh, Gingy's coming to help me dig. All right, I scraped the debris away. All right, there we go. About 6 inches deep. Here it is in the bucket. They do actually make soil sample probes. You just takes a core out. I don't have one. I don't do a whole lot of soil sampling. As I grow, I'll probably end up getting one. Here's this sample. Move on to the next one. Hole number 3. I'm going to go right over here and do the last one. Last hole. That's 4 holes, 4 samples of soil. Not really 4 soil samples, because I'm not sending 4 off, but I got them in the bucket here. Walk up here to the truck and we'll mix it up and get it in the bag and move on to the next field. All right, guys, there's one sample right there. Can't even read it. In the east field. Okay. When Dad gets here, might transfer this into the bag, or I might just put this in the bag. I don't know. It don't matter. So we'll move on to the backfield. Do it all over again. All right, we're back here on the northeast field across the ditch, and you can see there's quite a bit of roots going through the soil. That's a good thing. Got some worms. That's always a good thing. Keep in mind, guys, I am in Illinois. I am not in northern or central Illinois. We do not have black dirt around here. So I know a lot of people know Illinois for the corn. You know, they can grow pretty decent corn around here. You can get 200 bushels, but this is not anything like northern or central Illinois. So my soil's not the best, but it is what I have to work with. So as long as it's improving as I tend to it, I consider that a success. So let's get her bagged up and get on to the next one. Some seed. I got some endophyte free fescue, some pasture mix. Got some warrior orchard grass, that's what I'm planting. Here's my clover seed. Some dynamite. What's the dynamite? That's the clover?
That's your red clover.
Okay, so that's my red clover.
Yeah.
And then this is your red clover?
Yeah, I got 3 bags of this. This is just regular red clover.
Okay.
The dynamite's supposed to be something special, I guess.
I see. I got 6 bags of Warrior 2 orchard grass and 1 bag of dynamite red clover. I am headed to run a couple errands for work. Dad just left with the soil samples and he dropped the seed off. You guys saw me unload that seed. Whenever I get back, Dad's gonna come back over. He's gonna load his seed back up. He didn't want to haul it down the interstate with him to the soil sample place. So we'll have to cut that pallet open and load his on his truck, and then leave mine here. And I'll catch you when I get back. Dad is taking the disc to his house. He's gonna go ahead and start working some stuff up. Got the samples off, got the hay cut. I'm going to run the bush hog a little bit around the edge of the field here. And then tonight, whenever I get done doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and take the bush hog off the tractor, because it's already on the tractor. And then I'm gonna hook the little tractor up to the tedder, so it'll be ready to ted this alfalfa out in the morning. And then we'll call it a day. We're gonna jump on the Deutz here. Got my mask. I'm extremely allergic to ragweed. At least I think we're gonna do some bush hogging. You know what this means? Battery. Well, I was doing pretty good, but seeing a bolt. I hit a couple of rocks down here close to the ditch. That did it. So I think I'm done for the night because I don't have any bolts left. Does a good enough job. It can mow with a little bit of moisture on. Just close up the barn. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. So I'm gonna go in and work on my floor. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna ted this alfalfa while it's still tough, and then I probably won't have to ted anymore. I don't plan on it. We'll just, let's see, tomorrow will be Saturday. I'll ted it Saturday morning, probably end up raking and baling it Monday. That's my plan right now. We'll see. Time will tell. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below. As always, Much appreciated, guys. Catch you on the next video. Franklin County Forage out.